Here we go. Kyna on Koji. Power Ranger on the Rayman. Open up strong with the X. And you are right, Ajax. As of late, Rayman versus Koji, this is something I'm used to seeing in Winners Finals. Who plays the characters, though, is always varied between the region to region, but kind of really strong here on the Koji. I've noticed that players that like Kyna, who may have opened up strong on the Bodvar in their previous career, have all gone to Koji as they down air hits, recovery goes a little too far to the left, doesn't have the dodge to steer back into the stage, and kind of falls there in an early 30-second
Everybody's
knockout.
least favorite fruit in platformers, the pineapple. Nobody wants to have that happen immediately, and for Power Rangers, you take advantage of that every time. But Power Rangers gauntlet play, whether it be on the Wu Shang, whether it be on the Rayman, is always so consistent and so strong. And when you give him a lead like that, he was getting hit quite a bit before. The side air is not going to be enough to take it out yet. Luckily, he gets back.
He has a dodge, I think. And he has side air dodge. Nope, can't do it. Just a light dive kick, and that's it. He did get hit on several jumps. I was thinking gauntlet side air, you could make it eventually.
He got two of them. He was getting close, but sweat beads were up. Kyna recognized that right away, and that helps after Kyna had that first stock flub too.
Yeah. Now Kyna, with, like you said, that stock flip at the very beginning, made up for that pretty quickly with that edge guard on the right side of the stage. And now Power Rangers get hit a lot by the sword. Nice job with the falling downer to get that landing, and Kyna just tries to go for the neutral light, or the slide charge pivot neutral sig. And Power Ranger just hits Kyna off the side of the stage. Oh, that side, that's just it. Kyna drifts away, and that's the stock.
You know what's crazy? It felt like Power Rangers getting hit more.
And
But he had the stock.
Yeah. It threw me for a loop because I was like, okay, play by play. Kyna's doing great. Kyna's down. Wait,
yeah, Kyna got the hit. He got the hit. He just lost the stock.
I think it was all off the back of that slide charge pivot neutral sig. Kyna never got back to the stage, and then Power Ranger, whether it was neutral lights or Sares on the axe, just kept batting Kyna back off.
Exactly. That's capitalization of an opportunity that has been given to you, because you don't get those too often at this high point in the bracket. You have to capitalize when you can. And speaking of capitalization, Power Ranger has a very large lead right now. He's got him at KO percents with the axe, so Kyna's got to be super careful, and he's going to capitalize there, though, with the dare. It gets him back into the game, hopefully.
I really feel like that was a jumping side air there. And instead, he just side aired. And when you commit to that move and it misses, you are stuck falling the entire duration of it. And kind of, as you said, capitalized on it. But the third glove, all three gloves hit on that down sig from Power Ranger as he gets the JV2 going into game number 1 of Winners Finals.
Also, congratulations, Power Ranger. I'm fairly certain, at least for us on the stream today, that's the first gauntlet D-sig that we've actually seen connect on the ledge. So somebody finally made it happen.
Hey. It's what the move is designed for. It's just rarely do we actually get to see it work. But that time, it was great. There's that neutral light, and then the falling side air right there to get the edge guard we were talking about. What felt like a Kyna highlight led to a Kyna edge guard, and now that down stick hitting there as well. Man, when all three gloves hit, that's rough.
Exactly. That wasn't too far off either. 346 to 407 is a very close game between both of them. Kyna had many opportunities where he had a lot of wins, but the damage output that comes in from the axe and from Power Ranger capitalizing on it was a little bit too much. I mean, most of that damage coming in from the sword. We didn't see too much bow action. Do you think that with... Actually, well, I think it's going to depend heavily on the stage switch here, which is going to be Demon Island. So the bow no longer matters.
Yeah.
Because the Bodvar
this was interesting. I was like about to go on an anecdote about how Kyna used to play Bodvar, and then that really crazy early stock happened. But I know I said the word Bodvar in the last match, and that's because Kyna's success, in my eyes, largely comes from Bodvar.
Well, in Winter Semis too, the Bodvar was what got him up here. So that not too far off to see it get pulled out. But I figured with the switch over, probably run another game with the Koji, but. So with the way that went down, I think Kyna was feeling the same thing we had. You were getting so many hits, it didn't really matter
as much.
Kept it
really close, even though that first stock went flub, right? The damage numbers were close, so it's a surprise switch to me. But what matters most is that Kyna, after that game happened, went, nah, this isn't it, and went back to what is tried and true here to go against Power Ranger on Demon Island.
I think we saw this earlier, too, with somebody, I can't remember who it was, but they switched off to Rayman after going down the... Okay, you know what? This is working out real well. He's getting, when he gets his reward, he's getting enough damage off it. It's actually working out significantly better, because before he was getting enough hits, but not enough D-Light recovery. He's going to take it off the top. Significantly better start to Kyna here.
Yeah, Kyna doing really well here, and even though some of those punishes missed, like off of the side stick from Power Ranger, Kyna continued to win engagement after engagement. Side light from Power Ranger doesn't lead into the recovery, and now that side light neutral light will bring Power Ranger into yellow. This is so similar to the last game. I know it's not a lead this time for Power Ranger, but it's like Kyna's going, and then gone. It's just a reverse side air off the left side of the stage as Power Ranger just goes, hold on, that's not safe.
Yeah, I mean, when you get, again, if you are giving Power Ranger those opportunities to capitalize on the whip punish, he takes it every time. Oh my goodness, though, the 4-piece getting the GC dare follow-up. Oh my God, Kyna basically speed ran that stock, and now that's a significantly larger lead.
If you want to know what a doubles team looked like with two Kyna accuracies, that's right there. Kyna being able to do their own D-Light down there into their own D-Light down there to get that combo up the left side of the stage. Wonderful job coming up from Kyna. And Power Ranger now has a whole stock that I have to come back from, which I don't think Ajax is going to be happy with this game.
It does not look like it. Yeah, just avoiding the side air, but even with that, like, yeah, he's getting caught so much. Getting sent to the top, getting hit by the nair once again. Yeah.
I was wondering if Power Ranger was even going to dodge that time, because sometimes there's this mode in a game where you're just kind of like, all right, you got it.
Yep.
Let's go to game 3. Nair me off the top. But yeah, damage done. 604 to 210. Kyna, fantastic game 2 after that switch to the bow bar.
373 on the hammer. We were looking at the bow before, it was just about 100 plus. Significant change, way better, and the sword still did about the same in that other game. So the switch here to Bodvar was spectacular. He got way better whiff punishes, he got a lot more damage, and now we're going to see the switch up. The counter pick war continues, but now we're going to see the Wu Shang that we expected to see at the start show up.
A lot of situations already in this first block where it's like, okay, that thing that I talked about before in the last game, here
see,
it
we're
is.
probably gonna we know in the future that it would matter.
These are the characters that we were expecting to see fight against each other in game 1, but now it's just it's 1-to-1. It's a best of 3 now, and we're having a little bit of a moment where we saw the emote where it's just kind of like, okay, wait, some connection stuff. We're all good now. Game starts, and Power Ranger jumps right in there with the side light and recovery as Kyna looking to get some damage back on the hammer.
Yeah, good job just waiting around. Like now, I think the switch here was so necessary. Oh, actually, it was very necessary.
Whoa.
Oh, okay, Power Rangers starting to actually get
on top
some
of reversals here with both weapons.
I'm loving it. They're scrapping. They're keeping things going here. Weapon just kind of chilling around. Nobody really decided to commit to it, but now the spear shows up.
Ooh, goes for the down light. Neutral light hits. Stop side air. Really quick stomp there. Kind of made it look like that they were going to fade back. But no, side light comes through. Weapon throw down for Power Ranger. That's a punish and a half. No!
Ooh.
Went for the dodge read down. Doesn't get it at the nair. And Power Ranger on the spear. Who's going to take the first stock here? Is he? They dash jump forward, dodge back.
It's like, yo, no, you move first. No, you move first. I'm not going to budge. And then after disarming him, kind of goes and gives up the weapon, which is going to allow Power Ranger to get access to the gauntlets. But now Hammer's back on. This is one Hammer hit away.
No, he misses the chase dodge off the down light. Can't get the recovery. And that would have been a confirmed combo knockout that doesn't go Power Ranger's way. But the recovery unarmed will seal the deal. Power Ranger a little lucky after that one, because he did definitely just drop that. I wasn't sure if the dodge was gone, but whatever the case is, Kyna is now down a stock just barely.
Yeah, now when it comes to South America, you already know. If you're talking about South America, you're seeing incredible spear play, which disappeared immediately as soon as I tried to talk about it. So Power Ranger said, no spear play today. We're going to continue this gauntlet.
I think Power Ranger, with this much damage on, was just being like, okay, anything that I start for could go punished very easily. I'm going to go for a weapon throw, some unarmed damage, lose the stock. And one case it worked, the other case it didn't.
That's a fair point. Just add on as much damage as you possibly can. Now the side light coming through, misses up the follow-up nair, trying to go for a couple pogos, and it just misses out on the D-Light too, but does catch the dare.
Oh, went for the down air instead. Doesn't hit it. Side light comes through. Side light from Kyna as he's going forward here. Power Ranger gets hit by the side light once more. 2 side lights. Go for the third side light. No, Kyna goes for the stop instead. It gets spear sared for it.
It started to do that. That was actually a pretty solid defensive option right there. He knows he was going to go for it, so he went for his own GCD light to stall.
Oh, but the slide charge down sig that you were talking about before the set even began finally gets it there.
Especially on Demon Island. You do not have you don't have much space to run away from that.
Yeah, and if it catches you from behind or in front, you're just always going to send you in the direction that Wu Shang's facing, which in that case is away from the stage. Power Ranger getting that stock decently early. Kyna trying to return the damage now.
Yeah, Kyna has consistently been able to find plenty of openings with Hammer. He's constantly getting quick strikes. Oh. And what a mix-up. He went for multiple side lights before and then just decided to go win.
That was stomp neutral sig, right? I wasn't sure. Was it side light?
It was side light.
I totally missed the opening. I was like, why would you? Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah,
side light hits, and then you slide charge with the neutral sig. Gets a really great read there and takes him out the top. Whereas I stomp Sair, he may have needed 2 or 3 of those before he could have gotten the knockout. And that nair not working out, but Kyna gets the stop down air that time around as the nair Nair disarms Power Ranger from a spear.
Yeah, still getting, like, Kyna's consistency of getting damage has been so good. He was looking at it was a small deficit, but he has now gotten a small lead. Kyna hasn't found many openings, so he's going to have to deal with this edge guard here. Weapon's going to come in at the last second. It's still a fresh hammer. It just gets around the side air, but he still gets hit by the Nair. He keeps getting set back up.
Oh, the neutral sync from Power Ranger reads the jump from Kyna off of the hit stun from the weapon throw. And that's the stock of what was really looking like, man, so many times I'm like, it's a Kyna highlight all the way to the very end of the Power Ranger gets the stock.
Sometimes I just feel like Kyna's built, Power Ranger's built different, man.
Yeah.
Like he just
look
like
at that weapon throw, neutral sync.
So confident in it too. He knew that he was going to try and jump out of there. He knew the coverage was going to be a panic option because he was already so deep into red. He had control, so he wants to get back to center stage, and then he covers that option. It's a risky option, but he covered it well.
It is
and that
a
gets
lot
him a game.
more likely to have a panic jump like that on Demon Island where going down beneath the stage doesn't even look like an option, right? Like
the stock before that, he got caught by the slide cancel desync too, so that's in your head.
That's a great point as well. Right. So he was just like, I don't want to get hit by that again. And the neutral sync for the first time that game came out from Power Ranger. Now Kyna is going to be going into match point here on Mammoth Fortress.
That damage difference is so close. And damage engagement, 11-point difference, and it was still that close. So you see how many times Power Ranger actually won neutral by comparison. It was a little bit more, but he kept himself in it. The damage output on Hammer, though, has been working for Kyna. We're going to see a change of scenery now, though.
Yeah, Mammoth Fortress here in game number 4. Power Ranger takes this, and he moves on into the grand final. Kyna trying to fight to avoid going into the elimination bracket, and a nice chase dodge down, gets the recovery after the hit, and Power Ranger gets some hits back. Kyna responds to the Nair, D-Light Cider, puts Power Ranger off the side of the stage. I gotta be careful here, Ajax.
Yeah.
Every time I say off the side of the stage, somehow Power Ranger turns into a stock.
Yeah,
Ground pound almost hits.
Yeah, you're so right about that. Every time that we've seen Kyna get a lot of damage early on, he goes for the overextension off stage to try and force more. And Power Ranger says, hey, yo,
I got gauntlets.
It's my time to eat, boy.
Yeah.
So,
we got to be careful about that. Even unarmed Kyna was chase dodging out there. Hammer picked up, side air whiffs. Power Ranger gets the delayed recovery from the side light. Down light hits, and that stops side air. Means Kyna's going to go off stage. No. Yes, there it is. Really clever option there. Using the platform on Mammoth Fortress to, instead of jumping and falling for the side air, just pressing down, getting through the platform, immediately fast falling for the side air.
Excellent patience, too. Did not pull the trigger too early because Power Ranger was trying to get him to come out. He still closed it out, taking no damage, though. Puts himself right back in the game.
Yeah, and the side stick from Power Ranger, very strong. It's a very low-range move, but a very powerful move if you are stacked upon your opponent. And we saw right there, Kyna just going down because of it, and now Kyna taking a small lead with the hammer against Power Ranger's gauntlets. I love Kyna's hammer neutral game when he wins with a side light, because whatever follows up after the side light is completely different, and it's constantly catching me and Power Ranger off guard.
I'm not gonna lie, I almost feel like I'm watching Greatsword when he does it. Like, he does that, and then he follows up with a chase, like with the same way you see Greatsword players do, but he's gonna go all the way off.
And sometimes Kyna goes for the slide charge pivot neutral sync, just like Jaehyun might. That's actually kind of fun to think about. Yeah, Kyna's hammer play is pretty similar to that, and that stomp was such a great knockout there.
So Hazard out playing early. It's like, you know what? That looks like a good idea. Power Ranger, what are you doing?
You are gone.
Why are you down?
Wait, okay, good. Kyna literally kicking to safety. Well, you know, if EU can do it, so can South America, right? You just hold ground pound until your stock is gone. Sometimes.
How have we gotten that like 4 times?
Sometimes you just forget.
All right, so Taza, we are now going to turn this into the Spring Championships tutorial edition on how to properly recover.
Yes. Yeah, holding the button makes you ground pound longer.
Yes. And
so you release it, and then you don't have to worry about this. Power Ranger didn't go all the way off the side of the stage, but with how deep that he went down, not having those jumps available, it was a no-brainer for Kyna to be able to get that recovery, go for the weapon throw afterwards, and Power Ranger already sweating was never going to make it back. Yep. And we see, even on our side with the damage graph, it looks pretty odd.
Yeah, collective total of 374 to 255. But if you look at that last graph there, it's just
a small blip.
It is a nub.
Yeah.
It's just one dot there, 1 pixel.
So we're at game 5.
Somehow.
and Kyna and Power Ranger are going to be fighting for this spot in the winner side of Grand Finals, indicating for both of them that everything's good to go here, and that neither player playing with too much of a technical difficulty. And now, sidelight from Kyna. There it is. As you're talking about, right? It's like Your hit is so great sword-esque now that I think about it. It's like side light, wait for the dodge, get the opener again, and then you do the bridge to the finisher.
And he used that earlier to set up for the hammer signature as well. So, like, it gets into your head. It's like, what's the follow-up? What am I going to get hit by? It's really impressive the way Kyna's been approaching it, and this matters so much.
Just makes me think, like, Kyna, you were like a Magyar main in the making.
Maybe. He's on his way.
Hammer, and you get the hammer and the greatsword, you're basically got two weapons that you're excelling with. Oh, I can't believe Power Ranger dodged through that. Side air hits, weapon throw forward, side light again. Oh, I thought the neutral stick was coming through with the side air instead of the down air. Stopped Power Ranger from getting the gravity cancel neutral stick, but Demon Island ceiling just a little too high for that particular recovery to hit. Power Ranger with no recovery here. Can he make it back?
Oh, good defense, but not enough. He still gets poked on his way down. He might get the wall touching the other side. Yes, he does. Avoids two weapon tosses.
Yeah, that second one not far enough over the side of the stage. And Power Ranger gets a D-Light neutral stick, but it's going to be a while before that knocks out. Power Ranger somehow.
Taza, if he somehow gets this stock first, after Kyna had like 4 opportunities.
Look, I would have put it past him. Weapon throw comes forward. Oh, is this the neutral stick? He goes for the weapon throw. No, so he can't even go for the... Well, slide charge... hammer side into the face.
Off me.
Sometimes,
and it's a home run.
Sometimes you just don't linger on the side of the stage at all. Kind of literally touched the wall once and sared back. Onto Power Ranger.
Kind of super aggressive at a disadvantage. That's something I've been noticing. He's been swinging a lot on his, like, in any bad spots, and it's kind of been frustrating. Oh, this could be good. Okay, Power Ranger goes for the early recovery to go up, and the ground pound. This is a massive lead right now.
So, I want to highlight what you said, where Kyna's very powerful at disadvantage. Even though it's 3 stocks to 2, I would consider that the mindset for a lot of players when in red is at a disadvantage. It kind of has not gotten hit since he got that first stock off Power Ranger. Ajax run our way to a 3 stock here. Power Ranger's got to get some kind of weapon. Sides it comes through. D-Light, down air, side light comes onto the Power Ranger. He can't get the stock off of Kyna.
He can't get a hit. Okay, Gauntlet D6 finally finds that hit. Almost looking a little panicky, but it hit, so that's what matters. And now he needs to get something started here. The spear has not been putting in as much work as it did off the rip. The hammer has been doing an amazing job of spacing. That's another side air. I don't know if he's going to be making it past much more after this situation.
Nair hits. Kyna goes in for that falling dare. Doesn't hit it. Side light from Power Ranger. Some damage is coming through here, but Ajax, we are a side air away at this point.
Yeah, and he gets access to the hammer now. Power Ranger's getting some damage, but it's not going to be enough because Kyna is going to be the one to take game number 5 and solidify that first ticket into Grand Finals.
Yeah, Power Ranger going down pretty handily in that last game. And we were looking at the graphs compared to like the amount of damage that Kyna's doing to the amount of damage that Power Ranger's putting out.
Man.
Yeah, that was really dominant from Kyna. The moment that you talked about how Kyna plays really well at a disadvantage state, just went full 0 to death on Power Ranger's second stock. And even on the third stock,